Hello guys, welcome to CS Tech Solution. Today's is learn in AWS DevOps. Today's is learn as a 3.1 in Jenkins and subtopics as a 3.1.30 and is a Jenkins Job Triggers examples and the definitions is the job triggers in the Jenkins is used to the automatically start a job based on the schedules or as a repositories change, and the trigger is a help as a automates a build without manual interventions. And first command is a cron triggers as a schedule build, and triggers and is a curly brace inside as a cron, and as a brackets inside the single quotes as a h, and 4 and 3 stars as to gives, and all the counts as to close. And the explanation, this the triggers is run in the Jenkins jobs and every days at 4 a.m. and output is start by the timers, and as running the schedules as built at 4 hours, and as finish as the success has to show. And second command is SCM pullings triggers as triggers and curly braces inside pulls. SCM is the capital letters, and as a bracket inside as a single quotes as a h slash as a 5, and as a 4 stars, and all the counts as close. And explanations, and this the triggers is check the source code repositories like Git, and as every 5 minutes for the change, and if the changes are as detected, and the Jenkins is automatically start at a build, and the output as started by the SCMs is change, and the checking the repositories for the updates, and as a change the detected in repositories, and build start, and as a finish is a message to show as a success. And other subtopics is 3.1.14 is Jenkins files parameters examples, and the file parameters in the Jenkins is pipelines as allow the user to upload the files and then as starting and build, and the uploaded files can then be used inside the pipelines for as tasks such as configuration scripts and the data's processing. And the examples as a pipelines, and as a curly braces and inside as a agent any, and the parameters, and curly braces inside the files, and brackets and names colons single quotes inside as a config file, and brackets close curly braces close, and stage and the curly braces inside the stage, and brackets in the single quotes as read the files, and after the curly braces and step, and curly braces inside the sh, and single quotes inside the cat, and the dollars, and curly braces inside the config files, and curly braces overs, and the break single quotes over, and all the curly braces has to over. And the explanations has to gives as the parameters is as a define the input of the parameter for the pipelines, and file is counts inside as a names colons as the single quotes inside the config file is allow the user to upload the file's names is a config file, and get dollars and the curly braces inside the config files is display the content of uploaded files during the build, and the output is if the uploaded files is constrained, so the servers equal as productions, and the port equal as 8080, and Jenkins console's output may is so as reading the uploaded files, and the servers equal as a production and the port equals as a 8080 and finish colons as to gives as a success message. Other subtopics is a 3.1.15 is a Jenkins Docker's pipelines examples in Jenkins using the Docker. And so the Docker pipelines in the Jenkins is allow the build to run inside the Docker's containers, and this is ensures that build the environment is consistent and as constraints all the required as dependencies such as tools and the libraries. And the example is the pipelines and the curly braces inside the agent and the curly braces, and Docker and the curly braces inside the image, and single quotes as a maven colon as versions is 3.8.7, and single quotes over and curly braces over, and the agent curly braces as after over, and the stage and the curly braces inside the as a stages and the curly braces inside the stage, and counts in and the single quotes inside as a build, and as a brackets close, and the curly braces inside the steps, and curly braces and after the sh, and as a single quotes mvn and clean the package, and the single quotes over, and after all the curly braces as over, and give the explanation. Agent dockers is as run the pipelines inside the docker containers, and the image and single quotes maven colons as a 3.8.7 is maven dockers image 4 as a building the java's project, and the mvn clean the package is compiles the project, and as a create a package as jars and vars file, and the output is a Jenkins console output may look like pulling Docker's image as a Maven's colon 3.8.7, and running the build inside the containers, and stage colons as a build, and inform the building the project, and inform as a build as success, and last as a finish colon the success message as to gives. Thank you guys to watch the videos. Please subscribe the channel, on the notification and bell icon.